a device like this can be scanned every 90 seconds. Hi there, it's Jake Humphrey here. You might know me as a TV presenter or a podcaster, but I also own and have co-founded quite a few businesses, and so I know the kinds of things that keep business leaders up at night. But one thing that is actually really on my mind at the moment is cybersecurity. In fact, did you know that 9 out of 10 business leaders have said that advances in tech is giving them tech anxiety? So I'm really keen to have a valuable conversation with someone who knows what they're talking about in this space. So I'm actually off to meet Tris Morgan, who's the Managing Director of Security at BT, to find out the steps that you and I can take right now to improve our own security. So Tris, look, I feel like there are headlines everywhere at the moment about the dangers and the risks when it comes to cyber attacks and hacking. So how big is the risk for all of us?
Jake, the risk is absolutely massive. If you look at some stats that we recently spoke about, 2,000 targeted attacks every second of every day. That's over 200 million in every 24 hours. And every web-connected device, just think about how many there are, is scanned on average every 90 seconds.
I think I've got some skills in business, but understanding cybersecurity isn't one of them. So I wouldn't know where to start.
You've got to consider security as being one of the foundational pillars of any organisation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't recognise that, then actually there's a bit of a bigger issue. And then the second thing is to recognise that this doesn't have to be super technical or advanced. There are some really basic things that every business can do to be well protected.
So what are those things?
Look at security like you would your home security. So you wouldn't leave your doors and windows open when you're out of the home, would you, if you're out and about? So the equivalent of that would be you keep your devices up to date.
You know what I sometimes think though is that I think I recognise dodgy text messages or dodgy emails, and I kind of think so therefore I'm okay. Is that naive and foolish of me?
I mean, it's a great to think that you can spot them.
Yeah.
Obviously, with lots of technology advances like AI, increasingly they become much more hyper-personalised and harder to spot.
Tell me more about that, this idea of personalised attacks.
So smishing is obviously text message and phishing is free mail. We've all seen them come in and there's some dodgy spelling or they're sent from an incorrect sender. But imagine if it looked and felt just like an email you received from somebody you knew in terms of how they would normally converse with you. That's the hyper-personalisation that would maybe convince you, certainly at first glance, that this was something that was genuine.
Are there other areas that these criminals are trying to get to us through?
One of the greatest attacks that happened was via a fish tank thermometer in a casino.
Tell me more, I need to know this story.
A certain casino was very secure, but there was a web-connected tank thermometer for one of their big, glorious fish tanks, and attackers used that as a way into a business and breached it.
Is there an argument that the issues over cybersecurity are stopping businesses being as ambitious as maybe they could be?
Absolutely the case, and we did some research earlier in the year which showed that tech phobia, so some companies not wanting to meet new technology because of cybersecurity, was costing the UK economy £11.8 billion.
I've got a few little quickfire questions that I want to throw your way.
Shoot.
What are you most optimistic about in this space?
Technology. I'm loving some of the advances in technology.
Your message to a business owner that watches this and goes, yeah, interesting, probably important, I'll deal with that in a couple of years.
Don't do it. Do it now.
The simple first step.
Go to BT Business and understand how we can help you, but the starting point has got to be look at your security as being one of the key pillars of your business.
Well, look, I'm glad you're in our world. Thanks a lot.
Shakers.
Yes, Tris. Well, look, I hope you felt like you got a lot from that. I know I certainly did, and for me, what Tris was saying about specific steps we can take right now, I think are the most valuable, and I would absolutely urge you to follow his advice. Don't forget, for more, just search BT's Got Your Back or check out business.bt.com. Thanks for watching.